This video is sponsored by our partner PrimeXBD, an established platform where you can trade crypto, forex, commodities, and also trade margin trading, crypto contests, copy trading, and yield accounts. Use the link below and the coupon code BIRBNEST and get up to $7,000 deposit bonus only on PrimeXBD. The chart that I'm currently displaying right now in your screens, is, well, presenting nothing else but just a clear picture and validation for how the mainstream media are used as the weapon against us as traders in order to manipulate the financial markets. Each and every single media, outlet that there is basically shoots, different narratives, right? Somewhat of bullish narratives, as in, the military like units are not conducting any offensive operations, right? So the market immediately stops sinking and just goes sideways instead, right? So cuts the short on the downside. And then there's some agreement, like expectations the next 5 minutes, right? And then the market pumps, of course, as a nature of a result to it, and our news 2 hours later comes in that there is like some multiple blast herds, like some buildings blowing up, some armies, explosions, etc. Market reacts with an immediate dump, right, and continues sideways and dump further, especially, along with other media outlets saying that, Western leaders were dismayed and unhappy about what was happening, and with some calls that they would have. So this is the reality of trading, guys, for the past couple of days. And this, this part, this chunk of a chart that I'm playing right now is basically a small uh, crop out of all this big picture, and we are being played, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, we are being played 24/7, 365. But this is special because it confuses, well, not only the traders, the discretionary traders who try to follow up and catch up somehow, but they always tend to lag behind the market and sell after the market dumps and buy after the market pumps. But we're talking about, even, well, manipulating through the bots and algorithms, right? So it's natural that, the immediate reactions that you would have in a chart are not necessarily a result of human reactions, but more in a sense of the bots and algorithms taking the control over the market. This is how it works. The markets are institutionalized, and institutions do not use and rely on human power and human errors while managing, tens and hundreds, if not millions or hundreds of millions of dollars, per positions. And they usually rely on mechanical computer systems based on artificial intelligence, etc. Right? But regardless of that, this is just to kind of like give you a kick, as an eye opener from the very start, as we go and dive deeper towards different time frames. Because I definitely want to lay out a clean picture in terms of how much noise Bitcoin's chart and other charts, for the equities, other risk-on assets, and all other financial markets are getting throughout the past couple of days. And that there is the clean line in the sand defined by this fill high at around $51,000. So this level remains to be the main resistance based on the 12-hour chart. Further up the road, as long as you see a proper close outside the underlying resistances or resistance zone at around $46,000, right? There is a clean resistance since the breakdown, since the local breakdown and the news, intensified out there, for Russia-Ukraine tensions. The breakdown resulted in a sell-off, okay, below the $43,000 lows, which is now considered a major resistance, right? The polarity has flipped, and from working as a support, it's now working as a resistance, right? It's playing the other polarity role as a resistance. And here, on the other opposite extreme, you would have the level at $37,000, which is defined which is defining the most important, pivotal area prior to the breakout, right? So the low before the breakout is actually showing you that this is the main support based on the pivots, based on this price action. And as long as this low is held safe, is held defended, by the bullish side, the market should retest, the $40,000 BWAP block, Barbicator, volume, a Barbicator weighted average price block, BWAP, this is the abbreviation, uh, or BWAP, doesn't matter how we call that too much, because what it matters, why it matters, is that it shows you the price and volume backed region and area to reclaim by Bitcoin. Okay, so here short-term resistance is newly located at around $40,000, and a close breakout above could potentially result in further implications all the way up to $45,000 region defined by the key resistance and the prior supply block. Okay, as long as it's not broken for the BWAP block to the upside, right? We are hovering right above the most important pivotal area from the technical analysis point of view, which defines whether Bitcoin is going to maintain its value here and potentially swing up, or it's going to actually, in the case of an ugly close below on the 12-hour chart, it could potentially rely and get you down there towards like $34,000. Okay, as I think it's very important to understand that. Other than this, if we display other indicators within the set of the Barbicator Pro complete trading system, okay, let's get rid of the baseline wave pivots and let's focus perhaps a little bit on the baseline as the average, which shows you the average smooth trend, and on top of that, let's display the BPRO level lines. Okay, automatically adjusted. Most important support and resistances levels defined by the Barbicator Pro. Okay, so here, we have a set the level lines from the top to the bottom, which depending on the price location, on the price action positioning, those levels will act as supports or resistances accordingly. So here you can tell that Bitcoin is right now, as of now, really trying to breach the baseline on the short term, right? This baseline stands for 20, for the like baseline length of 20. This is the main setting, okay, that you can actually just choose between. But most important, of course, you have pretty much everything explained well here. Other than this, you can clearly tell that as long as Bitcoin is moving inside this region defined, or actually I should say limited from the upside, by this BWAP block defining the local resistance area and the level line at 38,761, it's not going to go further to the upside, right? So you have the set of resistances at 38,761. Then if this one breaks, this could be played potentially as a level to level basis, then leading towards 40,297. Same story, strong close above potentially leads to 41,796, and so on and so forth, approximately $43,000, if you will, and then 45,192. Okay, other than this, as long as the BWAP block keeps getting rejected, the baseline here, the average is not really reclaimed well, Bitcoin is likely heading towards $36,208, right? This is the main support level defined by the level line. And other than this, it is very important to understand that a lot of noise is coming into the chart, and all these levels are going to adjust, going to be adjusted depending on how much noise and what kind of narrative is played by the media. It's very important not to overtrade that, and you can find the level lines also on the lower time frames. God bless you all. Cheers.